Now, crime intelligence head General Dumisani Khumalo has revealed some of the close links between alleged criminal underworld figures and top cops. General Khumalo, who returned to the Madlanga Commission yesterday after falling ill early in October, continued his testimony at the inquiry. Once again, let's cross to SABC News anchor Sakina Kamwendo and reporter Canny Maphanga for more details on that. Sakina, I actually forgot that I was working. I was so enthralled by the interview that you were doing with Mike Bolhayes. He was not holding back, was he?
No, he wasn't, Leanne. And I guess this is where we at as a nation, where all of the information that is now being shared with South Africa and the rest of the world is really mind-boggling. But many people would say, we've always known this. If you look at the trust levels and the trust deficit that exists between South Africans and the police, it's always been there. It's been growing. And I think our guest yesterday was saying that if you did another survey right now, he wouldn't be surprised if that barometer came to an all-time low. But of course, Canny Maphanga is here. Canny, we spoke earlier about yesterday's evidence by the head of crime intelligence, General Khumalo, and we touched on Sergeant Nkosi and the white paper bag that the general said, we don't know what was contained in there. Might have been chocolates, might have been sweets, who knows? But we know what is being insinuated. And then later on, he also then pivoted to another suspect. Again, a vehicle registration traced to someone who had a very interesting rap sheet, if you will, of in the main car hijacking. And again, the insinuation being made about the sort of people that are surrounding some of our top cops, in this instance, General Sibiya.
Indeed. The helpful thing about the evidence that is led by Lieutenant General Dumisani Khumalo is that he always accompanies it with evidence. So there's always CCTV, there's always a vehicle tracker, there's always something that can help you connect the dots regarding the overall illustration that he's trying to make, which is the extent to which the rot is taking place within the South African police services. And of course, he extends it to the highest ranks of the SABC officials by drawing links between the Deputy National Commissioner, that is Lieutenant General Sibiya, who is suspended, and of course linking him to various questionable, if you could put it that way, characters that he is seen with. Now, with the Stuart James individual, we now see that he first put out an image where you saw him at the ad hoc committee with Lieutenant General Sibiya. He's sitting right behind him. And then you also see that at the October 2025 raid of, that is Lieutenant General Sibiya at his home, who is he accompanied by? This particular individual. So then the question becomes, okay, who is this individual that enjoys this seemingly perceived close association with Lieutenant General Sibiya? When the rap sheet is put up by the witness before the commission, you're seeing that he has a total of 34 cases, 18 found guilty. That's still a strong number. 11 withdrawn, and then 5 not guilty. And we're getting a profile that this is someone who is a serial carjacker, allegedly before the commission, or at least some of the cases where he's found guilty. That is what it speaks to. So essentially what we're being told is that how does a person of this kind of character get close to Lieutenant General Sibiya, who holds up a very important position as the Deputy National Commissioner responsible for crime detection? And of course, he's seeing earlier with the illustration before that even within his ranks under his command, there are people there that may allegedly be compromised because of what the investigations have revealed to the intelligence unit from the vantage point of where it started, which is the Amman Swat murder. So questions are raised as to what is the extent of this alleged rot within the South African police services, and what kind of benefits do these alleged criminal cartels enjoy within the South African police services. And if you piece those questions together, Khumalo is basically illustrating that what happened on the 6th of December 2024 at the residence of Katiso Katie Molefe should not be taken as a coincidence. He's asking the Commission not to accept this pretense that it was about a verification request, and that he's alleging that what it really is about is shielding these criminal cartels that enjoy an extensive relationship with these high-ranking SABC officials, making it quite difficult for your ordinary detectives like witness A, B, and C to carry out their duties, because there'll be some form of infiltration, interference, derailing of investigations along the way, because you are now going for people that are now connected to these high-ranking SABC officials. That is the gist upon which he's trying to get to or communicate to the Commission when he points out these various individuals that Lieutenant General Shadrack Sibiya is seen by. And I'm sure at 9:30 a.m. this morning, there's plenty more that he's going to reveal about this alleged rot and the extent of the rot in the South African police services.
No doubt. And of course, SABC News beaming all of this to you live. We also have on our SABC Plus app, you have pop-up channels where you can follow these proceedings uninterrupted. And Leanne, we need to keep up here because there's so much more that's going to come through. We heard about what was going on in the Hawks, and then now suddenly we're back to SABS, and of course all of these things are going to come together, because there was also the mention of a Mr. Mtetwa, who seems to be the person who made that call to the Hawks during Operation Takedown that led to that descending of all of this Hawks personnel on that scene. And we're going to hear more, as Canny says, at around 9:30. So do stay with us here on SABC News.